I'm packing for an entire month-long trip in a carry-on. I'm going to be going to 7 different countries, a total whirlwind of a trip, constantly on the move. You would think for as long as I'll be gone that I'd have to pack a checked bag. No way, Jose. I'm packing in the Monos hybrid carry-on in this brand new, amazing mint green color. The Monos Metro backpack that I have is also green. Look how great they look together. Oh, I'm so excited. If you're new here, this is what I do. After this trip, I will have been to 115 countries, and yes, I have done them all in a carry-on bag. Now, I've got 4 very different legs of this journey. I'm starting with a few days in Istanbul with one friend, and then her and I and a couple of others are going to be traveling to Turkmenistan, where we will begin our 2-week, totally fast-paced, totally wild tour through Central Asia, 5 different countries. After that, I'm going to be going with one other friend to another nearby country, but that destination is going to be a surprise. I'm not going to tell you until I've already come back. Let's just say it's somewhere that is not exactly on your radar to travel. And finally, I will be doing a very exciting 5-day solo road trip through the Turkish Riviera. I can't wait. In today's video, I am going to walk you through how I packed light and how I prepared everything for this trip, from clothes and accessories to some problems that I'm facing. I really had to research and plan for this one, so I'm really happy with how it turned out, and I'm so excited to show you how well I did with this pack. So let's get started. If you're new to my packing videos, I'm going to show you every single step of my process from planning to packing so that you can see how to successfully pack in a carry-on and hopefully do it yourself on your next trip. Oh, and stay tuned for the middle of the video where I show you a really cool new travel invention that could really solve a lot of packing problems. I'm going to bring it on this trip and see how it works. Okay, so step 1, we are going to look at the itinerary of my trip and the weather. Now, I do this because it really helps me realize the type of activities I'm going to be doing and therefore the type of outfits that I want to be wearing while doing those activities. And of course, looking at the weather to see what's appropriate and comfortable. Let's talk about the type of activities that I will be doing. So I need clothes for general sightseeing, mosque visits where I need to cover my arms, legs, and my head, one night of camping in a tent in the desert, a visit to a national park where I probably won't be hiking, but I'll still be in the mountains and the wilderness. Also a bunch of long car rides and some beach days in Turkey, or of course some pool days at the various hotels I'll be staying in. As for the weather, it's going to be warm, sometimes even scorching hot, but I might have some chilly evenings, especially that camping night in the desert. However, all of the guides have said you're gonna be hot. Hot, 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 hot. Great. Step 2 is making a packing list. Once I realize what I'm going to be doing and the weather that I'm going to be experiencing, it's time for me to start typing everything into my packing list. Now, I have a template that I use for every trip, and this is available for you as well. You can go to the link in the description and download our editable packing list. But I have different categories on there: clothing, accessories, electronics, toiletries, and my personal item. So this is when I start writing down all of the essentials that I know that I need, whether it's the outfits that I've come up with or whether it's all of the things that I'm reading about on the blogs while I am researching. If somebody says, hey, don't forget this, I don't want to forget it, so I write it down. The nice thing is that it's an editable spreadsheet, so I can go back and edit it anytime. Now, before I move on to the next steps, I do want to go over a few of the problems that I'm facing and the solutions that I came up with. Problem number 1. Apparently, stomach issues are totally a thing when it comes to traveling through the stands in Central Asia. I have read that on various blogs and have been told that by a lot of my friends that have been there. So what's my solution? Of course, I'm going to follow all of the advice that I was given, like which foods to avoid, but I'm also going to bring medication. I am bringing Travel-An, which is preventative of traveler's diarrhea. I'm bringing Imodium. I'm going to bring some Pepto chewables, and I'm going to bring some rehydration packs as well as some snacks. Problem number 2, a lot of prescription medication that you may need is banned in Turkmenistan and Uzbekistan. But also for anything over the counter, like all of the stomach pills that I just mentioned, needs to be in their original containers. So I will be packing this bag with all of my medication and even some Band-Aids and other first aid. Definitely bigger than my little pill container, but what are you gonna do? You have to follow the rules. Now, my third problem is that I'm going to be going to 7 different countries, and 6 of those countries I need to actually bring US dollars to exchange when I arrive. Typically, I really like to go to the ATM once I arrive to the airport or the city center and get whatever cash I need in that specific country's currency. But my tour guides have warned me not to do that. ATMs are not reliable, they are not plentiful, and you just need to bring money to exchange. However, that's a lot of different currencies to really keep track of. So I ended up getting this. Now it's actually fabric, it's kind of nice, has a magnet, and it has all of these different slots for currency. It's technically a receipt organizer on Amazon, but I thought this was going to be really great. Now let's continue on with step 3, which is making a capsule wardrobe. And this is the biggest and best piece of advice I can give you if you want to pack in a carry-on, especially for a long trip like this one. Now there's a ton of mistakes that people make while packing that makes them overpack. And the biggest one is that people automatically think, well, I'm going for 10 days, so I need 10 tops and 10 bottoms. You know what? Actually, let's make it 15 tops and 15 bottoms because I want options. Yeah, well, I'm gone for 29 days. So do you think I'm going to bring 29 tops and 29 bottoms? No. I'm packing a capsule wardrobe. What if I told you that I have 51 outfits for 29 days? That is the art of a capsule wardrobe. So in case you don't know what a capsule wardrobe is, that is when all of your tops are going to match all of your bottoms so that you can mix and match to create several different outfits. It sounds easy enough, and it definitely can be. But remember, I am packing for multiple climates, multiple cultures, and tons of activities. So these tops and bottoms within the capsule wardrobe need to work for every single part of my trip. So what you're going to do first is pick your color scheme. What I like to do is pick one item that I really want to bring that has multiple colors in it, and then I like to pull different articles of clothing within those colors that will really mix and match well with that one item. In my case, I really wanted to pack this beautiful abaya. I bought this in Kuwait earlier this year, and it has a ton of really fun colors in it. It really helped me build and choose a lot of the different items in my capsule wardrobe. So here's what I came up with for my capsule: 10 tops, 2 pairs of pants, 3 skirts, and 1 dress. When I mix and match all of that together, it creates 51 outfits. Now it's time for the fashion show. Your favorite part and mine. All 51 outfits, of course, but I'm also going to show you how I can slip something on to make it more full coverage. Before we get into the fashion show, please take a minute and realize that this is my own personal wardrobe. None of it is sponsored at all, and some of the items may be old or from local shops where I can't exactly link everything for you. If it's linkable, I'll put it in the description. Also, please realize that this is how I like to dress, and you may be a little bit different. Just be inspired and create your own. Roll the fashion tape. Okay, so before we move on to packing the bag, let's address the laundry situation. If I'm only bringing 10 shirts, they can only be reworn so much, right? Now I can only send laundry out when I'm at a hotel for 2 nights or more. And that is only going to happen, I believe, 3 times during my entire month of travel. So I'm definitely going to have to take advantage of the laundry while I can. Now, along the way, I will be washing socks and underwear in the hotel, but fresh shirts or pants will be really nice when I can take advantage of the laundry. This is why I bring items that I really don't mind re-wearing often if I need to. All right, so let's move on to step 4, which is going to be packing in packing cubes. Now it's time to put all of our capsule wardrobe into these 2 packing cubes from Trip Travel Gear. We're going to put all of our shirts in this one and all of our bottoms and dresses in this one. Now these are technically compression cubes, and you guys know I'm not a huge fan of compression cubes, but these ones are different. They don't really create a super wonky shape. Now I do a little combination of rolling and folding when I put everything into my packing cubes. And a lot of it is going to depend on the garment or the size of the packing cube or even the material that I'm packing. So when it comes to my shirts, especially like these t-shirts, I like to fold them in half again, and then I like to roll, but really I'm folding just to make sure that they can all be about the same uniform size like this. So of course, let's place them all in the bag, packing the bulkiest ones on the bottom. 2 more t-shirts on top of that, and then my 3 tank tops. Put 1 here, and 1 here. Zip it up. I love that it has the mesh on top so you can see what's in there. Even though I packed my own bag, I know what's in there. And these are all the shirts. And then of course the bigger one for the bottoms and the dress. So I do always like to roll my skirts and my pants and my dresses. I like to fold them so they all meet in the middle, and then I lay them flat, and I try to really make this a nice rectangle. Fold it up, and then that's when I'm going to roll it as tightly as possible. And I want everything to be the same uniform size. Just like this. It's my dress, pair of pants. Obviously, I'm wearing the other pair of pants on the plane. And if these rolls ever come undone, I have done it before where I've actually used a rubber band to really keep them nice and tight. But that kind of becomes annoying when you're switching hotel rooms all the time. I have 2 more things to pack. This is one of the t-shirts, the one that kind of angles down. And then this is one of the cover-ups, and close it. All right, so moving on real quick, because I have to tell you about an incredible product that is a total travel hack. You are going to be so impressed. Now on this trip, like I said, I could have chilly mornings, chilly evenings, especially when I go camping overnight in the desert, right? If you've ever been in the desert at night or after sundown, it's cold. Do I need a coat? I don't know. I've never really been to this part of the world before. Am I going to bring one? Yes. Is it going to keep me warm? Yes. Is that why I'm bringing it? No. Now, looking at this coat, you may think that it's just a chic, lightweight, oversized blue coat that's going to be weather resistant. It even cinches at the waist. You want a little bit more style. Now this could be totally great if I was going somewhere where it's going to be rainy. Obviously totally great if it's going to be somewhere a little chillier. But what if I told you that I could pack my entire capsule wardrobe, you know, everything that I have packed in these packing cubes, in this coat. This, my friends, is called the Fly-On Jacket. It was made by a woman named Diana that lives in Milan and works in the fashion industry. She actually reached out to me a long time ago before this was made and before it was on Kickstarter, because she wanted to talk to me about creating something like this for plus size people. If you're going to use this as a packing hack, plus size people that have bigger size clothes need it even more than petite people, right? She travels with this coat and only this coat. She doesn't even bring luggage with her, and I would love to do that one day. This is the original design. Inside the lining, there are 14 pockets to pack your stuff in. What you're going to do is lay it out flat and then take your garments. Diana's even packed shoes in this coat. And then pack your stuff in all of the different pockets and then put the coat back on. And now it just looks like a little light puffer coat. So now this is it fully packed. There are outside pockets as well. This is definitely heavier than the lightweight jacket. Obviously, that's going to be a given, but it's not uncomfortable by any means. And I can definitely sit down and feel okay. What do you guys think about this hack? Now, what I plan to do for this trip is wear this completely empty on the plane, and anytime that I need to put it on because I'm chilly, right? But if I ever shop a lot and need to put souvenirs in my bag, I can obviously empty out my packing cubes, put everything in here, and put the souvenirs in my bag. Or if I'm approaching a gate or a check-in desk and it looks like they're going to be weighing my bag, I can easily step aside, put my packing cubes of stuff in here, and let them weigh my bag without my packing cubes, and therefore it might be an okay weight. That usually doesn't happen to me, but if it does, I'm prepared. So stay tuned for the unpacking video so that you can see if I had to use this at all, and if I did, how it worked out. And stay tuned in the future when I do a full dedicated review of their version 2 of this jacket, where they have even more pockets. Isn't this so cool, you guys? I will leave a link down below. These are made to order in Milan, Italy. They're definitely a little bit more expensive, but think of it like a suitcase, okay? Think of it like a packing hack. Think of how much money some of those fees can be if you end up having to check your bag or have a fee because it was overweight. I'm in love with it. All right, now it's time for the next step, which is to unpack this, put everything back in the packing cubes, and finally pack my carry-on. Now it's time for step 5, which means we're going to finally pack our carry-on. Now, like I said, this is the Monos Hybrid carry-on in one of their brand new limited edition colors. It is polycarbonate on the outside, but it has an aluminum frame and latches instead of zippers, which I love for a little bit of peace of mind. All right, so let's pack it. And of course, I have a compression side and a covered side. Now, of course, I have some space in between my handles here, and of course, I'm going to utilize that to be able to pack even more. So I folded these scarves and headscarves perfectly so that they fit in these grooves. But then I'm also going to pack some of these antibacterial wipes and baby wipes, and now I can put down my packing cubes. So this one is going to fit perfectly on top, and then this one is going to fit on the bottom. And you can see that I still have a little bit of space right here, and I'm going to put my pajamas there. I really like my pajamas to stay separate in my bag so that whenever I get to my new hotel, I don't necessarily have to unpack a packing cube. I can just take my pajamas out of there. So this side is all done. We are going to use the compression pads and really cinch that down. And the goal with the compression pads is always to get this completely even to the frame of the bag there. I'd say that's pretty good. Now, of course, we have this zippered pocket here, and this is where I am going to place some socks. This is all of my underwear. It is in a laundry bag that came with the suitcase. This will be really good to separate for laundry, obviously. And then I have my Cakes nipple covers as well, and that goes in there. So let's open up this side, and this is where everything else is going to go. Now, my first item for this side is my tote bag. I'm going to have 2 purses on this trip. I'll show you the second one in a minute, but I'm going to be doing a lot of road tripping, right? So I want to have a bag by my side always, because I'm sure my carry-on and my personal item is going to be wherever they are keeping the luggage on the tours. So I have this bag from Rotunda. I did put a different strap on it so that it could be crossbody. So I'm going to pack the strap inside and then fold it up as flat as possible and put that right in the bottom of the bag. Next, we have my abaya that I folded up as flat as possible. And I'm going to stick it right up here on the top. Then I have a microfiber towel, which I don't necessarily need the entire time, but when I'm on my road trip within the Turkish Riviera, I will need a towel because I will be doing some swimming. So I'm going to put that flat right here. And then in here is a swimsuit, just in case I'm packing a wet swimsuit to move on. I don't have to put something wet in my bag. I put it in here. Now this is my second bag I'm going to be bringing, and this is just a small little crossbody, but it holds a lot of stuff. Right now I have the strap in there. I have my wallet that I'm going to use once I arrive, and I have a bunch of little packets of tissue. So see how flat that packs? Very nice. And then of course we have my Tripped Travel Gear toiletry bag. This has everything in it besides liquids that I need to do my hair or my makeup or get ready for the day. This is the most amazing toiletry bag in the world. It holds so much stuff. If you want to know what I am packing toiletries wise when it comes to this month-long trip, please check out the video that I did last week where I show you everything in here, everything in the liquids bag, and create a look. So I show you guys that I can indeed get ready like this, even though I packed in a carry-on. The toiletry bag is going to go right here on top. And then this is a sunglass holder, good for 2 pairs of sunglasses. In the very bottom, I am going to put my travel tripod, which is very nice to help me film vlogs, but also take pictures, especially when I'm by myself. And then I have my flat iron that I use to do my hair, whether it's straight or whether it's wavy like this. And then in this Monos shoe bag, I do have my pair of sandals that I will be wearing, and of course, the other pair of shoes I will be wearing on the plane. Shoe bags are always great, especially because your shoes get dirty and then you don't have to pack dirty shoes on your stuff. And then last but not least, on the side are my snacks. Like I said, I want to bring these just in case long road trips or of course just needing something in my belly. So I have those, and I actually have another one here. All right, so our carry-on is packed. I feel very, very good about it. And of course, there's going to be some things that I will be carrying with me that aren't always going to be in here. And of course, I have that coat to pack stuff in if I need to. So this is the Monos Metro backpack in the color Juniper in the nylon fabric with some of the vegan leather details, of course. So let me show you everything I'm going to fit in here. So in the back, of course, there's a separate laptop compartment. So I'm going to put my 15-inch MacBook Air in there. And I have a folder with a lot of my visa paperwork and my itinerary. So I'm going to put that in here as well. As for the inside, I'm going to have one of my antibacterial wipes. I'm just going to put it in this pocket. This is my passport wallet where I obviously have my passport, visa photos, vaccination records, and I'm going to have cards and cash and stuff in here. I'm actually going to put it in this front compartment here. This is actually a waterproof pocket, but it's also kind of a hidden pocket. And you know what? We're actually going to pack this currency folder as well. Remember, this is what I have for all of my different currencies. It's going to go right in there in the front with the wallet. And I'm going to put one of my portable chargers in this slim felt pocket. And then now we need to start filling the actual bag. So this is a packing cube that comes in a level 8 set, and I just love it for the size because in here I have my Sony camera, a lens, microphones, camera batteries, and my Ray-Ban Meta glasses. So this is my little camera case. Perfect little size. So that fits really nicely down at the bottom, and there's actually a little bit of space for something else. Packing Tetris, you guys, all the time. So this is a bag where I have all of that medication. I have Band-Aids, news strips, and these big bottles of whatever pills I need because they have to be in their original containers. Remember, all of my first aid stuff is in this little bag. Fits perfectly in there. Next, I'm going to pack my liquids bag, and of course, anything 3.4 ounces or less of liquid goes in here. And this is the bag that comes with the Tripped Travel Gear toiletry bag because it's a set. So this will go in here. I'm going to place it right side up. Again, if you want want to know what's in my toiletries bag, watch that video from last week. And I have 3 more items to go in here. Now, this is my plain essentials bag. Any little bag is going to help. The idea behind this bag is to have anything I need while I'm in flight right here, so that I don't have to go in this bag, or of course in my carry-on. So this is going to go in here. This is a little bag where I have all of my cords and camera cards and hard drives. You can get these at a lot of places. You can get them at Nordstrom Rack, TJ Maxx, those type of stores. They're nice and slim. And then I'm going to bring my Epica charger. I only really need one, so I'm only bringing one, and I'm kind of having a panic attack about it because I always have 2. Ideally, with everything I need to charge, I probably only need the one. And that's everything in here. But then, of course, you have this little bag on the front. Now, this is actually detachable. You can pull this little tab and pull it up, and you have your own little bag. It has a lot of great room inside. So of course, let's pack some more essentials in here. I'm going to have my portable charger. I'm packing 2 on this trip for many different reasons. 2 is always good. This is a charger that has both ends on both sides, no matter what you want to charge. So this goes with me because it's perfect on the plane. Then I also have a pair of glasses. And then this is actually a really cool little glasses cleaner that comes on a keychain that one of my friends got me recently. After she saw my travel essentials video, she's like, Lauren, I think that this is a travel essential and that you'll really like it. So she gifted it to me, and I'm going to bring it. It does clean your glasses really well, and I'm assuming it'll be really good for my camera lenses and stuff too. So that'll go in here, and I might even end up putting my phone in here too. So then I'll just slip this right back on. And there you have it. This is my personal item. So there you have it, you guys. I have packed for a whole month in one carry-on and one personal item. No excuses, no checked bags, but I have one heck of a capsule wardrobe with tons of options of what to wear every day. I'm going to do an unpacking video in early October, and that way you can watch me unpack. I'll tell some stories about my trip, obviously, but we'll really go over everything. What worked, what didn't, did I pack correctly? Should I have done something different? Those are my favorite follow-up videos to these videos, because if you put this video and that video together, it really helps you prepare if you are traveling to this part of the world. And be sure to follow my journey on Instagram. That's where I update you guys almost as live as I possibly can while I'm traveling through all of these countries. I don't know how my internet is going to be. I know that I'm not going to have internet at all in Turkmenistan, but I can't wait to show you everything that I'm doing and to show you all of the amazing photography I'm going to be doing, and I'm going to vlog too. And of course, that secret country that I'm going to. I can't wait to see your reactions and see everything you have to say once I tell you where it is. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you're not already, and drop a comment down below. Do you have any questions? Have you been to this part of the world before? Let me know down below. I can't wait to hear from you. I'll see you guys in the next video. It might be a little while because I'm going to be gone for a whole month, and I'm not positive that I'll be putting out any content while I'm gone. But I'll see you guys then. Bye!